Precis writing. Introduction. A shortening of a text in one's own words is known as precis writing. The term is derived from the French word précis meaning precise. Thus, a précis given an accurate and concise description of the substance or the main idea contained in the text without losing its meaning. In fact, it is an exact reproduction of the logic, organization, and emphasis of the original text. Precis writing is a very useful exercise as it gives us training in careful reading and develops our capacity to discriminate between the essential and the non-essential. Since it insists on an economy of words, you learn to choose your words carefully and construct your sentences in a concise manner. Difference between precis and summary. Usually the word summary is used loosely to refer to precis. However, there are subtle differences between them. The first and the most important difference is that a precis is a brief statement of a piece of writing such as a report, article, or a chapter from a book, whereas a summary is a short account of longer piece of work such as thesis or a novel. Secondly, the precis follows the order and proportion of the material in the original, whereas the writer of the summary is free to change the order and proportion if he wishes to do so. Another important difference between the two is that the precis states only the thought of the original text, whereas the writer of the summary is free to interpret the material and to comment on it. Qualities of a good precis. Since a good precis displays the writer's writing skills, it must possess the following quality. Clarity. It is essential that the ideas presented in the precis should be clear and comprehensible by using simple language and structures. The writer can ensure that there is no ambiguity. Objectivity. The writer must have an objective approach. He should be able to write a precis that is unbiased and purely a summary of the original text. Correctness. The writer must ensure that not just the facts but also the grammar and sentences are without errors. Such errors can obscure the meaning of the message. Coherence. A good precis should be coherent, that is, the idea must be presented in a way that shows the connections clearly. Completeness. The writer should include all the important facts from the text in the precis. No important fact can be omitted to make the summary short. Conciseness. Conciseness is a desirable quality of a good precis. A piece of writing is considered concise if it conveys the message in the fewest possible words. However, the writer should not omit essential facts to achieve conciseness. Precis writing procedure. Step 1. Read the passage carefully more than once if necessary. The first requirement of the writer is to understand the text well enough to extract its central main idea. Step 2. Decide what facts or ideas in the text are essential and what are of secondary or no importance. It is a good idea to underline the important terms and ideas. Step 3. Select a suitable title for the proposed precis. Step 4. Collect all the key points and prepare a first draft of the precis, keeping in mind the need to reduce the original text to 1/3 its length. The main thoughts expressed in the passage, the ideas it contains, the opinions presented, and the conclusion arrived at should be part of the rough draft. Step 5. Read the draft. It may happen that it is too long. Shorten it further if necessary by omitting anything that is not essential to the central idea or by remodeling the sentences. Step 6. When you have made your second or final draft, carefully revise your precis to ensure that you have the bare minimum of words necessary to express the idea of the passage. Check to make sure it has been written in your own words, not those of the author. Points to remember. A precis must not exceed 1/3 of the length of the original passage. Number 2, identify the central idea and omit unnecessary details. Number 3, eliminate wordy expressions from the precis. Number 4, avoid unnecessary repetition. 5, every precis should have a short and appropriate title. Number 6, it should be written in the words of the precis writer. Number 7, the main ideas of the original text should be presented in the same order in the precis. Do not introduce ideas of your own in the precis. Do not criticize or change the author's ideas. Number 10. Always use the third person reported speech and past tense while writing a précis. Only universal truths should be written in the present tense.